big time night matchup. Auburn, Georgia. It's always a big one. They struggle, at least even against Auburn teams they shouldn't have in Jordan Hare. People have called it a nightmare. Georgia and Kirby have spoken about that. And a certain thing that I'm going to throw in here too, maybe the last annual game if things don't change.
Stop it.
I know. I'm just gonna. I think some Auburn people need to reconcile with that if things don't change in the scheduling. Anyway, aside from that, what do you got? Auburn, Georgia. I mean, just in terms of thoughts, and then if you want a prediction.
Huge game, right? Huge game. When it came out, a month ago, we talked about it. Huge game for it to be at night, smack middle of the season, fresh off of a long time of Auburn not being at home and on the road, and then the bye week. Massive game. Georgia has question marks, right? Like, Gunnar Stockton is presumed the quarterback, hasn't had a lot of experience, will come into Jordan Hare and experience that at night for the first time in full force. If our predictions are where they're at and it's 4-1 going, or 4-1 going into this game, I don't think even if it's less, if it's, we'll say 3-2 or something like that, I still think this game will be packed out. It will be very similar to me as an atmosphere of what A&M was like last year. Because I think people are jazzed about a night game of the Deep South's oldest rivalry, as they should be.
Yeah.
And Auburn will have every opportunity to do it. I want to say, too, it's wear orange. I'm just making sure the color code is remembered here.
Red.
So clashes with red maybe makes them blend in a little bit. Who knows? But I think it's going to be absolutely electric. I cannot wait for it. It will be awesome.
Bonkers, man. Real quick note, and I've seen somebody in our chat wrote about this too. A lot of you are making a mistake just because you see pictures at night. It's not a night game. That means because that time of the year it gets dark
in November.
The game.
Just
be aware of that. Yep. And that may be I'm 90% sure it's not. There you go.
I'm 99. Yeah.
There you go. So just always keep that in mind when you see pictures at night. It doesn't necessarily mean the game was truly a night game. But for your prediction, sir, I agree with everything you said. But what's your prediction?
Yeah, I'm going to say a win. I think Auburn finds a way to finally beat the Dogs after 8 years here, a long 8 years, and I think it has to do with Georgia being a little bit on a lower year. I still think they will do really well this year. They have all the talent in the world. We all know that Kirby can get them in there. But I think Auburn with this, I will not bet against Jordan Hare at night when the Auburn family's got something to holler about. And so I think that Auburn wins here. That's an upset, and it'll be a big one. I'm going to say College Game Day's in town. And I'm going to say College Game Day's in town.
Love it.
I think College Game Day, maybe they don't have an affinity toward Auburn sometimes, but I think they know they will get a crowd with an Auburn-Georgia game at night. And I think College Game Day shows up. Auburn pulls it off. And it's a big time game.
It's set up for it very nicely for it to happen. I unfortunately will differ from you. I think in a heartbreaker, Auburn loses this one. So I will be at 4-2 on the year with our early predictions for this one. You have us at 5-1. I like yours better, but I'm just I've thinking about next week and thinking about some other things, and I'm trying to figure out where I land on some things. So I'm going to say they lose to the Georgia Bulldogs. Sadly, but once again, it's a nightmare at night for the Georgia Bulldogs to play Auburn in Jordan Hare Stadium.